What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Occult Gaming channel with me, your host, Wright. And today, I do have a game to play with you guys. That'll be a game I'm going to introduce in just a moment. I just wanted to show you guys that I did previously record this and that the sound quality wasn't very good. But let me just go ahead and show you that right quick. Strange way to start the episode off, I know. But
alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Occult Gaming channel with me, your host, Wright. I believe my mic is set up here.
And as you can hear, audio is terrible. Terrible. Even though I played the whole demo, I do want to replay the demo with better audio settings. And that's just because before I couldn't record with OBS previously, but now I should be able to. So in the game that we're going to play, as you can see, is the demo of Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars. We're going to play for about 40 minutes today because I do got work in a bit, but I did want to demo this game, at least the first part. It's not a very long demo, it's about an hour and a half, so I should be able to finish it in 2 parts. So let me go ahead and listen to the audio playback of this, and then I'll hop into the game. All right, so the audio sounds good, and we're gonna go ahead and hop into the game. I'm playing this on Steam right now, PC via Steam, because on my PS4, I'm not able to record videos that are at least 1080p. So we're gonna be playing it on the PC. And plus, the PC is my preferred method of gaming nowadays, anyway. So get into it. This is a really fun game. And as you guys might know, if you keep up with the channel at all, is I tend to love card games, especially action card games. And you know what? I'm actually messing up. I should have headphones on for this part. Okay, you guys might still be able to pick up the sound of the game. I'm gonna turn this down just a tad bit. Hopefully it sounds good for you guys. I'll make sure to mix it and all that later. First thing you're gonna want to do is actually go to options. I had a big issue with this last time. You're gonna want to set your confirmation button. It's set by default the Japanese way to where circle or B is your confirm. But I want it to where A is the confirm, is B is the back button. So one thing about this is that this is the first time in a couple of months that I'm actually doing full-on commentary. I'm gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna play for about 40 minutes because that's all I got time for. Then we'll resume later.
Good afternoon, or should I say evening, morning.
That's fine.
Morning? At any rate, I'm the game master. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Before we begin, there is something I must tell you. You see, my job is to draw you into this world with my voice and cards, which is why I believe it best for you to play with the sound on. In fact, I insist on it. However, as you can see, my voice is subtitled, so you can always read along as well. Now then,
Oh, sorry.
ready?
I apologize.
Let's begin.
I get rid of that folder.
Welcome to Voice of Cards.
So this game has a very nice charm to it. The whole thing is basically voiced over by this guy, this narrator. And apologies if you hear my computer in the background. It is currently screaming at me. But let's go ahead and get into it.
You are about to take the first steps of your adventure. Through a realm of sword and sorcery you will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your ambitions. I have every faith you will accomplish great things here.
And who might you be?
I am merely a witness to your exploits. Now then, your departure draws nigh. May your journey be a safe one.
So the whole game is a turn-based RPG where everything is based on cards. Your map, your characters, your battle system, all based on cards.
This is Castle Advent. Queen Nilla reigns over the kingdom from within its walls. 3 white-clad adventurers have gathered here at the Queen's summons. Present yourselves, O faithful of the Ivory Order.
That is our piece. It's in the middle of the screen, and we're going to use the left stick to move in any direction that we want to move. So we shall move to the Queen. As you continue on your journey, your objective will change. Press the Y button whenever you need a reminder of what to do next. You will see cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step onto one to trigger an event that will move the story along. So, if you move to any of those sort of glowing cards, you will trigger the thing automatically. They will not give you a confirmation button. It will automatically trigger an event. Go ahead and do it. That happened to me the first time. Also, the confirmation to start new game didn't give me a confirm either. The first time I played, I just immediately went into the game without checking out the options.
From upon her throne, the Queen regards the adventurers. So you are disciples of the Order. The youngest of the 3 steps forward. She holds herself with well-born grace.
The youngest.
I am Winifred of the Ivory Order, Your Majesty, she says. I lead this fellowship.
They really are the Ivory Order. They're all dressed in ivory.
She bows, glancing to her 2 companions.
And she's a mage. Kind of a hybrid mage.
In response, the stern-looking one inclines his head and brusquely names himself Berwin.
And the cards do cool things to kind of mimic gestures. As you'll see with his nod there.
The older man is the picture of courtesy as he genuflects and introduces himself as Hedwyn.
Hedwyn. And he bows. So we got Winifred, our female mage. We have Berwin, our heavy. Our fighter, really, you could call him. And then we have Hedwyn here, our older male mage.
It is these 3 our story follows today. The Queen acknowledges the fellowship with a nod. In a soft voice, she explains her errand. Someone has stolen the royal treasure. I bid you reclaim it. Under normal circumstances, I would entrust this to my soldiers, but I do not wish to spread thin my forces with the recent monster troubles. It seems the troubled Queen is judged she can entrust this matter to none but the Ivory Order, beloved of the people and unmatchable in battle. It is our honor to serve you, Your Majesty, and thus the quest falls to the Fellowship.
And we're going to actually see why these 3 are beloved by the people. There is a reason they are. We do get to see it, which is really cool. Just coming back with some future knowledge.
Short of any clues that could lead them to the culprit, however, they press the Queen for further information.
Okay, so this selection is a bit of a cop-out over here, but you'll be able to select all 3, so I don't think it matters what order you select them in. But more pressingly, this is the first question I would ask.
The Fellowship asks the Queen if she knows anything about the thief. The Queen says witnesses might be found at Nexton.
We'll ask her about the royal treasure.
The Fellowship asks the Queen what the royal treasure is. The Queen describes a bottle containing a certain liquid. Without it, she trails off, but the desperation in her voice suggests its loss could spell disaster for the kingdom.
Hey, and shall there be a reward? Which is something I didn't think I would ask the queen anyway. But it's a valid question. But look at what they do. Look at how they handle this.
Usually, one would expect recompense for this sort of undertaking. As demanding a reward would go against the tenets of the Ivory Order, you hold your tongue.
Freaking cop-out. You don't even get to make the choice. It's a false choice. I don't really like these in video games. But fair enough, we're moving forward.
The Queen, however, has already said she will reward the Fellowship with whatever they desire.
Yeah.
It seems the royal treasure is just that important. Pray tarry no longer here. I await news of your success. The Fellowship bows and takes their leave.
On we go. Yeah, I wouldn't really think it'd be proper to ask the queen about the reward either. That's something you'd probably ask her retainer or something. Right, from the main menu. Press the menu button to open the menu. There you can perform various actions such as saving and changing skills or equipment. The cards you encounter on your journey will be added to your collection, which can also be found from the menu screen. Please give it a look from time to time. And I do apologize for any echo. I am in a new recording environment. I'm actually in a new house. So, yeah. So I'll be able to do more commentary tracks for you guys. Hopefully the echo in this room isn't too bad. I'm going to have to figure out a solution for that. But I'm actually happy. I'm actually happy to get some commentary going. And we have the equipment here that our characters are using. You can actually take a look at exactly what you got. None of these guys have any accessories. And these two have actually the same, they have the same exact gear. The two mages. Which kind of fascinates me because I think usually everybody has different equipment in games like this. We can actually look at their abilities as well. Decrease light damage by 5. Light proof, her ability. Invincible. Gain immunity to attack down and defense down. And then we got double proof. Decrease wind and bolt damage by 5. Nice. Got their skills. As you can see, she's a healer. But she also does magical damage. She's kind of a hybrid. This guy, he is a physical beast, but as you can see, he also has elemental abilities as well. So also somewhat of a hybrid. And this guy here is definitely destruction magic, black magic, but also something of a support skill. So we're going to learn more about these gems coming up. I'm not going to waste you guys' time with that right now. There is a monster compendium as well as a character compendium. These are the characters we met. I think they actually keep characters from, because these characters we haven't met yet on this playthrough. So I believe they keep characters between playthroughs. So I think these would have been question marks. And I'm just going to read the 3 main characters so you guys know what's up with these guys. Winifred was born into the Ivory Order and carries herself with the grace expected of all ladies therein. Her fellow order members find her mage training a boon on their travels. So she's really good. She's been born to this. She's really good at it. As you can see, she's a very beautiful woman and she carries potions. And she carries herself with a regal poise, a regal grace, which is cool. We have Berwin here, who not only is he wearing ivory, but his hair is also white or ivory colored. The Ivory Order values warriors as level-headed and trustworthy as Berwin. Warriors who approach wood chopping and bodyguard detail with equal amounts of intensity and fortitude. So he's a steady hand. We have Hedwin, I wonder before if these were related. But her name also has a wind in it, so maybe it's a cultural thing, the wind part. The entire Ivory Order reveres Headwind for his wisdom. When a young woman was placed in his care, his obsessive focus on etiquette revealed another side, exacting disciplinarian. So I wonder, was she trained by Headwind? Not quite sure yet. I'm not going to read them. We're going to get to the monsters as we get to them. But we haven't encountered any of these guys yet. This is from the previous playthrough. So go ahead and get into it. We can move in all directions that make sense. We can't move over water or mountains. We can move... Yeah, I'm pressing left and right, but that takes us directly and above. To go this way, we have to go down. The movement's a little weird. And when you move to a adjacent space, it uncovers...
We can waste no time finding the treasure. Winifred strides toward town. Wait, cries Berwin, blocking Winifred's path. A monster. You dare stand in our way? Hedwin scowls at the foul creature. It lunges at the Fellowship.
There we go. Battle time. Oh, when you move into an adjacent space, never mind. Okay, just right quick. When you move to an adjacent space, it uncovers all the spaces adjacent to it, I should say. So with battles here, the fight is on. Take down all the enemies and victory shall be yours. We have our attacks. We can also pass, as you can see. I believe you can access the healing items. I don't know if we can yet. I believe you had to press like one of the... Okay, we can't access it yet. But eventually we'll be able to access that salve over there for healing. I'm going to do damage to this guy over here. That's just 5 damage. The number in red indicates HP. When a card's HP drops to 0, it becomes incapacitated. The card's attack is indicated on the lower left, and defense is in its lower right. Give careful consideration to your and your opponent's values before acting. With defense left, offense left, defense right. Okay, and as you can see, some of these cards have a gem symbol on them, and they're going to explain that in just a little bit. That does it for battle basics. The rest is up to you. Play your hand wisely. As you can see, there are super effective attacks. Okay, so he did a support ability. And with Berwin here, we have basic damage, and we have a skill that does damage based on a roll. So we saw how basic damage worked with Winifred, her basic attack. Let's try out his lightning strike. Add value of roll to attack and deal bonus bolt damage. Roll with A button to calculate damage. And here we go. 2. It's not too good, I don't think. But it did just enough. Good warrior wastes no time. We got experience and gold. Oh yes. If you didn't notice what that was.
Winifred heaves a disgruntled sigh as she smooths her rumpled garb.
That was a standard turn-based battle.
Showing no signs of weariness from battle, Berwin silently wipes the monster's ichor from his weapon. Hedwin inspects the remains of their foe. The queen spoke true, he mutters, his face masked in contemplation. Winifred gives a grim nod at his words. Mayhap the treasure's theft and the monster's behavior are connected somehow. First things first, the Fellowship needs to gather more information. To Nexton, they set their sights.
The one thing I appreciated about the way things are narrated is that they don't pull no punches. There's Nexton. As you saw, they describe like the blood and dismemberment of the enemies we fought. Like they don't just like magically disappear. Kind of dig that sort of stuff. As an extra layer of immersion into the setting. Here's next town, our first town. Lucky for you, there are all sorts of establishments in town to support you on your adventure. Would you care to have them explained? Yeah, I guess so. The inn, this is the inn. Rest here to recover your party's HP. This is the apothecary. Here you can purchase items to restore your party's HP, clear their status ailments, and more. This is the armorer. They sell weapons and armor to give your party an edge in battle. This is the item shop. They stock handy items to use on your journey. This is the game parlor. Come here to play some card games when you need a break from your travels. That about sums it up. These establishments are here to help you, so don't be a stranger. Then we're going to speak to the inhabitants to gather information about the thief. Let's do it. First thing I'm going to do, though, go to the armory.
How may I help you? The proprietor inquires.
Alright. So, honestly, in this game, in this demo, you don't have to worry too much about damage. I barely took any damage the last time I played. I am, however, going to worry about doing damage. So I'm going to buy this sword here for Berwin. But this time, I'm actually not going to worry about buying defensive items for them. Or will I? I don't know. I guess not. I'm not going to worry about defensive items. Make things a little bit harder. Last time I got all of their defensive items, I brought the I brought rings of protection from everybody, but I'm not going to worry about it this time.
Will that be all? The proprietor asks.
Weapon, armor, and accessory cards are only effective once you've equipped them to your characters. Open the menu and select equipment to make sure your party is ready for battle. Okay, let's ask some questions.
I'm too scared to leave town with all those monsters out there. The woman sighs.
Shouldn't be scared with that big old shank. Ready to shank somebody.
Welcome to Nexton, hails a man.
This guy's interesting. Thing you want to ask, tell us of this place.
The man doesn't respond to any question except to parrot back his original greeting.
And that's it. Welcome to Nexton. We'll ask him about the thief this time.
The Fellowship asks if he's heard anything about the theft of the royal treasure. The man's eyes widen. He leans close to Winifred and whispers something in her ear. Welcome to Nexton.
This is all he says. Whoops, I didn't do that. We'll ask nothing.
Having nothing to ask, you take your leave.
That's an interesting character. You can find out more about the characters, like if you just were curious. The first time you interact with the characters, they'll all give you their cards for collection. And from here, you'd be able to see what their characters are about. Here it is. They give you a bit of a description of them. He made a promise to the love of his life when they were married. I shall love you till death do us part. 1/2 century later, he has proven to be a man of his word. So I take that to mean his wife has passed on, and he's living afterwards. If you do the exchange card button, you can see the full image, but also you can flip the cards over, which we can't do just yet. We can flip them over. We don't get the whole story until the retail version of the game. That's gonna be with every card, at least the ones I've inspected so far. So I might take a look at a few of those character stories, the more interesting characters.
Helpfully advises you take the opportunity to purchase equipment and curatives while you are in town. A woman sits hunched over by the side of the road. Upon catching sight of the Fellowship, she calls out for their aid. She's sprained her ankle and needs you to take her to the nearby apothecary.
Be careful.
Winifred rushes to her and helps her up.
Make sure she ain't got that thing pointed at you.
Berwin lifts the woman onto his back, and the Fellowship sets out in search of an apothecary.
So yeah, these guys, without any sort of hesitation, these guys picked her up. These guys, the first thing they did was examine her injury, picked her up. They're gonna take her all the way to the apothecary to get her fixed up. No wonder they're beloved by the people. So there is something of a fast travel option. They're explaining it here. Jumping. You can jump over to upward facing terrain cards. Use the right stick to choose the direction you want to jump and press the A button. Try jumping to the apothecary. I think some people call it apothecary. I think I've heard that before. But yeah, we can just jump over to it because we got some strong ass calf muscles.
You arrive at the apothecary. After taking a curative, the woman begins hopping up and down. Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, she beams.
So this stuff apparently is magical. It's either magical or it's one hell of a painkiller.
She turns to the Fellowship, her eyes widening in surprise. You three. It seems she's only now realized the Fellowship are disciples of the Ivory Order. The woman takes each of their hands in turn, thanking them for their service.
Hey lady, you gotta be careful with that shank in your hand. How are you even shaking our hand with a shank in one hand and the baguette in the other hand? I'm not even sure how you're doing that.
The Ivory Order is famous for providing medical supplies throughout the realm, and indeed the wider world. Every smile the Order brings to someone's face makes Winifred proud to be a disciple.
So the Ivory Order are seemingly healers, apparently also, which is interesting. You fulfilled the necessary requirements and unlocked Mature Woman's flip side story. You can read special stories about the characters and enemies among your collected cards. Progress through the adventure and defeat the myriad enemies in your path to collect every special story. And we are not going to view the collection because you guys have already seen it a couple times. Speak to the inhabitants of Nexton to gather information on the thief who stole the royal treasure.
How may I help you? The proprietress inquires.
Oh, 3 gems. Cool. I don't really need to buy anything from her.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks.
The bomb is interesting. I might actually buy one of those to try
How
them
may
out.
I help you? The proprietress inquires. The apothecary catches sight of the fellowship. Ah, the Ivory Order, to which I owe the prosperity of my humble shop, she says. She gestures to the drawers filled with her wares. Pray, choose one of my concoctions and take it at no cost. It shall be a token of my thanks to the Order. The Fellowship insists they will pay as any other customer would, and sets about browsing her wares.
What a fine, upstanding group. I would have for sure taken the discount. So Dispeller is something I luckily figured out that I need. No, I didn't. I got the Dispeller from another thing. This is what I knew, figured out I needed right here. I just bought one. And it came in handy later. So do get one of these before you leave. You don't really need anything else as far as healing goes. We got 3 of those. You get one of these in the field, and you get one of these for the card game. I think you get some of these in the field too.
Will that be all? The proprietress asks.
Okay, I'm gonna get a bomb to try it out, because I didn't get to use one last time. I just want to see how strong it is. Oh, it says 5 damage right there. 40G for 5 damage? That's not really worth it. See what this guy's talking about.
The man claims he saw a suspicious someone leaving the castle grounds carrying what looked to be a medicine bottle. He didn't get a good look at their face, but says they were nothing but skin and bone. The Fellowship thanks the man for the useful information.
We'll talk to her again.
Nothing holds a candle to Ivory Order medicine, proclaims the woman, swigging this curative and that.
Whoa, lady. Hey, calm down just a little bit. You already got a knife in your hand. We don't need you high on all those drugs. So just bring it down just a little bit, ma'am. Please.
The woman begs the Fellowship for their autographs. She seems to greatly admire the Order. I know there's nothing to worry about with disciples of the Order here, she says, relief flooding her features. Upon asking, the woman says she was attacked by a monster outside of town. A strange creature, she says, nothing but bones, and it clutched a bottle of medicine as if its life depended on it.
With a little more information, the thief is as good as caught. Hopefully so. Right, and there's the end. I didn't actually rest at the end last time I was here.
Apparently, there's a monster lurking around the outskirts of town stealing medicine, and only medicine. Rumors claim the monster fled to the west.
Alright.
Thanks to the information gleaned from the townsfolk, the Fellowship is all but certain of who has stolen the royal treasure.
Pretty clear cut, right? It's a monster going to the west.
The first clue was the Queen's description of the treasure, a small bottle containing a certain liquid. Then there's the bony figure seen fleeing town, the skeletal monster clutching the bottle of medicine, and the monster that fled west. From all that information, the Fellowship distills the thief's true identity.
They give you some odd choices from the information just presented, because everything's so clear cut. But now look at the choice that they give you. Who done it? The skeleton monster fleeing west. The scrawny street urchin. I haven't tried this. I think I might try this. This was pretty straightforward, but let's see what happens when you choose this one.
The scrawny street urchin, intones Berwin. It must be. Winifred ignores that. Our thief is the monster that fled west, she says, with a glance to Hedwyn.
Now, when you choose the other one, I think there's a dot, so she's just silent. So it made me think that maybe I chose the wrong thing, but of course this was the joke one, and I guess Berwin is kind of an idiot. At least as much of an idiot as we are for choosing that.
Hedwyn nods silently in agreement with Winifred's conclusion.
Yeah, I think this is what she said last time. Or maybe this is what he said last time, I'm not sure.
Winifred clears her throat, proclaims that the Fellowship shall head west, out of town, and walks off.
Alright. Excuse me. So I think we talked to everybody. Got some stuff from the armorer. Let's go to the game parlor. And then we'll go to the inn after that.
An innocent-looking young boy accosts the Fellowship. Want to play a game with me? He asks expectantly.
I like his artwork. Pretty neat.
In this parlor, you can play cards. The child rambles on, wheedling you. I'll give you this if you play with me.
To save time, I'm gonna go ahead and just play and try to explain it to you as best I can, how this works. It's fairly simple, but there is steps to how this thing works. It's a fairly simple match card game. I'll do my best to explain it. I'm sorry if I suck at it. You can now play using the new rules, add skills. Would you like to hear an explanation of these rules? Ah, frick. Now this wasn't on the menu the first time I played it, so I'm gonna skip this and I'm gonna avoid add skills to this. It's gonna play the base game. Like rules, we're gonna go simple. These rules are for a single opponent. Please select begin game or confirm rules to begin the game. They give you a really good explanation on how this stuff works, but it takes a little while to get through it. So I'm going to save about 5 or 6 minutes by just doing it this way. Let's see who will go first. This is, I believe, random chance. Alright, I went first last time. Last time I played. Game begins. My turn. So they're going to give us... We're going to start with one card, as you can see, the one card on the field there. They're going to give us 2 cards from the deck to use. Okay. So they're explaining stuff to us anyway. So complete a set of 2 to 3 cards of the same number from your hand or the pot, or 3 consecutively numbered cards. Okay, and we don't have any cards to make a set. Discard until you have 1 card in your hand. Discarded cards will be moved to the pot. So at the end of every one of our turns, we only can have 1 card in our hand. And the things that we want to add to the pot are things that we don't think we're going to use. We can pour from the pot at any time, but what they didn't explain to me last time was that both you and your opponent have access to the same pot. So you're going to want to try to strategize to keep probably cards of lesser value in the pot. So we're going to definitely want to put this card in the pot. And I don't know, this one's a toss-up. We kind of want to keep the card of higher value. So I'm gonna keep this and hope for the best. And hope that this isn't something my opponent needs. I'm gonna put that there. Hang on to the 7. And he's gonna deal with the same thing. He has a consecutive match there. Oh, he's an idiot. He could have went. He could have went 2, 3, 4. Like he didn't even have to go to the pot. But maybe that's a part of his strategy. Maybe he thinks he has something in his hand. Complete a set of 2 to 3 cards of the same number. I'm gonna go for that. Just to put points on the board. Because if I got rid of that 5, he'd just use it. I'm gonna have to get rid of the 7. Oh no, I don't, because I used 2. Okay, I'm an idiot. Oh, he has a match. Oof, 15. Oof, that's really good. I get more 7s. That'd be nice. Oh, I don't have any. You know I don't have any. Man, this sucks. This sucks. All he needs is a 3 to match these. Man, oh, this sucks. This really sucks. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the 7. I'll either have to get rid of the 5 and the 7, or the 4 and the 7. But so if I got the 3 right, or a 6, I'm just gonna get rid of these. It's fine. I want to keep the 7 because it's a high number. He got the 6. You shitter. You shitter. You absolute shitter. Another important thing to keep track of is the cards remaining up in the upper left hand. We still got a lot of cards remaining, so we got a lot of chances to make matches. So I'm thinking a little too long term here, to be honest. But I'm going to use these 2. Just accept that 14 points. So now you can only have 3 sets on your field. So now he's gonna have to replace one of his other sets, which is probably gonna be the first one, because the first one's his lowest set. Yeah. So it's a very simple game, but with some complex things thrown in there. I actually gotta wrap this up really quickly because I'm nearing the end of my time here. I gotta clock in at like 6 minutes for work. Okay. Now my hand hasn't really been the best so far. Hopefully he puts that 8. Come on, store that 8. He kept the 8, you smart guy. Not that I could even do anything with it. You can't just put everything in the pot. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, you can't pass, you can't put everything in the pot. You have to make a play before you can put things in the pot. But luckily you can get rid of the things you just made. I'm gonna keep that 40 active. I'm gonna put this 4 up there. Hopefully I can do something with that 7. I'm ahead of him by just 1 point. And he's gonna do the same I just did. Just playing stuff just to play it. But he's gonna have to discard it. So currently, I'm ahead of him by 1 point. We need to extend this lead a little bit more. 6. I would want like a 5, 6, 7, but I don't really have that luxury. I'm gonna have to play the 2 6s. Get the 12 points. And we're gonna replace the 10. So all he has to do is replace that, oh, he got it too. Oof. So he's in the lead, I think. He's gonna replace that 2, 3, 4. You got 46, I got 42. What can I do? 2 7s again. Or I can wait. But you know what? This is all I got left. And so he won. He actually beat me. I don't know if I misplayed anywhere. I don't know if I misplayed anywhere or if this was the best I could have possibly done. But he won it. That's me at number 2. And that's him at number 1. Yeah, last time I beat him in the tutorial one, and I beat him right after, but he definitely had my number this time. So we're definitely going to want to beat him to get an item.
The boy squeals. He hands over the medicine bottle as promised.
Oh, we still get the medicine bottle. Cool, we still got it. Alright. I was going to say we had to play that again on the next episode, but hey, we still got it. Alright, so I'm just going to save it now. And then we'll continue from here. Probably later tonight after work. But for now, guys, appreciate you for watching. Take care. Thank you guys for joining me on the channel. I know I haven't been uploading much in terms of commentary. But I have been uploading like Streets of Rage videos to, you know, have something for the channel. And I do love that game, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna do like a chat thing in the future so I can tell you guys what to expect from the channel and all that. But for now, hope you guys are enjoying the demo. Let me know what you guys think. I suppose I'm gonna end it here. So till next time, guys, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And well, peace.